Okay, once you have created a full structure of your composition, the final thing you need to do is add a tempo marking and then add dynamics. Now the way you do that is by using something called palettes, which you can find on the left hand side here. Now for some of you it might already appear and you just need to drag it out, to which you'll see this. If it doesn't appear, what you can go on is view palettes, and then it's the top selection there, and if I just give you an example, it should appear like this. Now then, I'm going to use the same tempo throughout the entire piece of music. So I'm just going to go to the first bar and it will run that tempo. So if you go down the palettes, you'll find tempo here. And because the time signature is in crotchet beats, I'm going to select this one here. Now then, the automatic tempo that comes up is 80, but what you can then do is backspace and you can select a faster or a slower tempo. So for me, I am going to select 100, which should be approximately a walk in space. And let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that's not too bad. For my composition, I want it to be a little bit faster, so I'm going to select 110 crotchet beats per minute instead. Let's see if this sounds better. Yeah, that's better. Like that. Now then, the next thing you're going to need to do is dynamics. Okay, so if you take this away, you'll see underneath tempo, you can find dynamics here. Now then, for those of you who haven't seen these before, I'll give you the simplest explanation possible. F means loud, piano means soft, and the more P's that get added, the quieter it is. The more F's that get added, the louder it is. Whereas this one here, MP, means moderately quiet, and this one here means moderately loud. I quite fancy starting my composition moderately loud, so I'm going to select MF there, and you can actually control the dynamics of each separate instrument as well. So you can maybe have the piano moderately loud, and maybe I want my tablas to be moderately quiet. And MuseScore will play it back to you automatically using those dynamics. And then for the Princess, I want it to be quite quiet, so I'm going to select P, and then you can hear these here. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's see if we can hear those dynamic changes. Okay, and here's the piano. Now then, so you can hear those dynamic changes. Now, if you're wanting to have a little bit more expression than just changing from one dynamic suddenly to another, you can use something called a crescendo or diminuendo, which you can find in lines here. So you can use this one here, which is a crescendo line, and if I then add it here, I'm going to need to zoom in a moment. I can then drag the line out, and then I want it to get gradually louder to forte. So I'm going to select forte here, and let's see if we can hear that change. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's quite nice and effective. You can also do the opposite, and the way you do the opposite is by selecting dim, which is for diminuendo, and you can drag the line out as long or as short as you like as well. Have a little play around, see what dynamics work for which motif. You can make it extremely dramatic and loud if you want, or you can make it extremely quiet and vary it, because it will add much more interest to your composition. Good luck with adding your tempo and dynamic markings into your composition.